This is Leon. I'm going to talk about words from the perspective of how words can be integrated into oneself. What I mean by integrated, basically a process of learning new words. For instance, I'm learning new words, and these words I realize, based on the type of memory that I have, I may not learn or I may not be aware of the particular word that I learned in that moment.
Sirius XM.
Sorry. But over time, what happens is that word actually pops up into my mind, comes into my mind, the word and or the definition of the word. And the more I interact with the word from the perspective of looking at the word again and looking at the definition again, what happens is that it becomes more integrated, and I become more aware of what this word means. So it's it's like a birthing process. It's like an awareness process to where the words that are taught to oneself, by oneself, or from another person, when that word is heard over and over again, there's an integration process, almost like a birthing process, because one is establishing one's knowledge or one's awareness of the word to the point that one can use the word naturally. And so this is the same as, for instance, becoming aware of arbitrary things. This is the same as becoming more productive, more effective in one's own world. The more and more that one does something, the more that process begins to integrate within oneself. So it is a point where I can say on some level that our genetic predisposition is in fact an integrated process that has been integrated within ourselves from the beginning, which is from the point of birth. But through a process, one is able to reprogram oneself, reprogram new words, and within those words, being able to live those words, being able to become a manifestation, a creator of how that word is lived. And that is what I wanted to talk about today. Realizing that we are the creators of the words that we express. That expression is a mirror of ourselves. And so the question is, how will you express a word? How can a word be lived in such a way that the word becomes an extension of who we are as individuals, from the perspective of productivity, from the perspective of becoming more effective at arbitrary things, becoming just a better individual overall. You know, taking a word and actually seeing the word, seeing how it is currently expressed within oneself, and being able to take a new canvas, if you will, take another paintbrush, if you will, and being able to just create, being able to paint the expression of that new word into physical reality, into fruition, and becoming a testimony of that change. All right, thank you.